On Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Three yards remain for second down. Carr going to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. On play action, it's Carr. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Carr. Brought in left side by Snead. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And oh, that nearly an opening drive
PAT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the 1st round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game.
Check back. What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Watch the end.
On play action, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steeler 1st down on a pickup of 11 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it could be a delayed fast start and get them going.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Haskins. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Haskins to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw his Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 24. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Carr now to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Jacobs.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch the screen. Check 31. Check 31. Kill, kill, kill.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 34's the mic, 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in, check in. Here we go.
Play action. Haskins.
Let's go.
And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that.
That's caught inside the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Carr. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He's checking crack.
From the 40 now on second down. Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 52's the line. Check 52's the line. I got one. My 52. Watch the screen.
Now it's Haskins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On second down, this is Harris. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a play fake. Carr lets this go for Renfro downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Carr. And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Haskins to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people...
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up, taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Mike's Bobo. Come up the ball hard. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Quick completion here to Johnson. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Oh, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
At the Raiders' 48-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now it's Haskins. Completes it to Watt. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Haskins toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On second down, it's Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
A 51-yard attempt.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On play action, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the 33-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, Drake. Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
This certainly has not been the start to the season that they were hoping for. Well on their way to an 0-2 start. And they go to work again here now in this 4th quarter.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. All day. All day.
Now Haskins, a pop pass to his wideout.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
The tackle by loss of 2. Brings up the 2nd and 12.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
44's Mike. Check. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. Let's go.
Here's Haskins. Looking deep here for Ebron. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. Coming to you.
From the 36, Haskins. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw, Haskins. He gets it complete to Harris. Whoa, it still won't go down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Now they go for it on fourth down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw here. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. It got his man complete. 20. Bring it. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 97 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. For Henry Ruggs, he was the fastest runner at the 2020 Combine, ran the 40 in 4.27. That is fast, folks, and that speed in evidence there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares?
He's got a man complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 44. Here we go. 44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
One final shot for Haskins. And now here is another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas,